Today I want to show you how to make Ester granny squares. You will need a yarn. I'm using Safran cotton, scissors, and a crochet hook. I'm using 4mm magic size. We start our square with chaining 3 stitches and joining them into a loop. Then we do 3 chains and prepare first petal that will be composed of 3 double crochet stitches worked together. So at the end you will have like this puffy petal. We make chain 1 and then we continue doing petals composed of 4 double crochet stitches. So we start as we do double crochet, then we continue like this for other 4 stitches, and then we pull through the yarn in the loops you have on the hook, combining all of these stitches together in one petal. Chain 1. We continue the row working in the loop the petals 3 more times, and at the end of this row you will have inside your loop 6 beautiful petals. And at the end of the row you will join in the first petal with the slip stitch. So here we have our first row ready, and we continue now with the second row, making 2 petals in each stitch. So in each petal you will work starting like we did our first row, 3 chains, and the first petal will be composed with 3 double crochet stitches, because our chain 3 will count as a stitch. Chain 1, don't forget, make chain 1 before the petals. Now we do another petal in the same stitch, but this time it will be composed with 4 double crochet stitches. As before, we start the stitch as double crochet without finishing the last part of the stitch, and we proceed like this with 4 double crochet stitches, at the end pulling through the strands through the all loops you have on the hook, combining them together. Chain 1. So I will continue to work in each petal stitch of the previous row, 2 petal stitches, till you arrive to the end of the row. In total, now you will have, at the end of this row, you will have 12 petals in your granny square. And at the end of the row we again join the rows with the first petal with a slip stitch. Now we do chain 3, 2 double crochet stitches. Again our chain 3 will count as a stitch. Then we do 2 chains, and again we continue 3 double crochet stitches in the same stitch. This will be our first square angle, because at the now we're gonna work our first angle and do the square shape instead of the round shape to our granny square. Then we continue in the next stitch between two petals. We do 2 half double crochet. Then we do single crochet in the petal stitch, and again in the next space between two petals we work 2 half double crochet stitches. Once done, we do again 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and 3 double crochet stitches in the same stitch. I'm again making it in these chain spaces between petals to make it easier to work with the stitches. Our second angle is done, and we continue to work in between chain space in between the petals, 2 half double crochet stitches, and then a single crochet stitch in the petal. Again, we form the angle, the next angle of the square, doing 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and working in the same stitch 3 double crochets. Our third angle is done, and we are almost there. Again, we work in between chain space in between the petals. We work 2 half double crochets and single crochet at the end. We will work the rest of the button, making again in between the petals, working half double crochet stitches, and then arriving to our last angle. Work 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, 3 double crochet stitches in the same stitch. Now our shape is almost square, and we work the last piece, the 2 half double crochet stitches in each chain space between petals, and a single crochet, and then we join the row as usual with a slip stitch. Now, as you see, finally your work has a square shape, and now we start our row 5 with chain 2, then we work half double crochet stitch in the same stitch, and continue all the row working every stitch of the row half double crochets. On the angles, usually we do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet stitch. You work the angles in the angle stitches in the chain space between three double crochets of the previous row. So we continue our work working half double crochet stitches in every stitch of the previous row and working on angle stitches like we did before. One double crochet, chain one double crochet. As you can see, this is very easy to follow granny square pattern. I think the only difficult, let's say, row was the shaping square after the round shape, and then you just basically do the very easy stitches and follow the pattern. The part I like a lot about these granny square stitches is that they're very season friendly. For example, now I'm using cotton, but you can also use, if you want to make winter blanket, you can use cashmere, you can use merino wool in the sport or baby weight, and it's really not so lacy design, though it seems so. So the blanket, if you do it for winter time, will also be very warm and cozy. And for summer blankets, you can use, besides cotton, you can use silk or bamboo yarns. They also will look very nice with this pattern. Actually, this granny square will look nice with any kind of yarn. Okay, we finished our fifth row and we have 3 more rows to go to complete our granny square. And now we start row number 6, making chain 3. Then we work half double crochet in the same stitch, and then we start working in every stitch of the previous row. We work half double crochet, so chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet, and we work like this till we arrive to the angle. In the chain space of the angle stitches, we will work double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And then we continue chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. And this way we work again till the next angle in every even stitch of the previous row. Again, in the angles, we work double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the chain space, and then continue chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. So we work like this till the end of this row number 6. Again, we join with a slip stitch our row, and our square is almost finished. We have just 2 more rows to go, and we start the next row. I call it petal row because we again will start to work petals that we made in first 2 rows. First we make slip stitch, and then in the next chain space we will work our petals as in the previous rows. First 2 rows we will work first petal with 3 chain 3, then 3 double crochet together to form a petal, and then chain 1. In the next chain space we work another petal, but this time we work it with 4 double crochet stitches in 1 to make a petal. On the angles, when you arrive to the angle, we will work in the chain space 2 petals instead of 1. We will make 4 double crochet stitches together petal, chain 1, 4 double crochet stitches together petal, and chain 1. And then all the rest of the row we work the same. You will work petals in every chain space of the previous row. So first angle is done, and we continue. As you can see, these petals add a very beautiful beautiful touch to our granny square, and a little bit of volume too. It's once you get a hand on it, these petal stitches are very easy to make too, like any basic crochet stitch. Maybe now, while you're working your squares, it doesn't look like really very linear, aesthetically square. Don't worry about this. You will be able to fix this even if you work with the cotton yarn. I always recommend to wash your squares or block them before sewing, so they will take a beautiful linear shape, and will be very easy also to sew together. Again, we arrive to the angles, uh, and we do work 2 petals, chain 1 in the chain space here, as we did previously. Okay, now we are on our last row. As you can see, we join again our row with a slip stitch. With the first petal you have, and then we start the next last row with 2 chains, working half double crochet in the same stitch, and continuing to work half double crochet stitches in every even stitch of the previous row till you arrive to the angles. And when you will arrive to the angle, again we will work in the chain space, and we will do half double crochet, 2 chains, half double crochet in the same chain space. After, we'll continue to work half double crochet in every even stitch of the previous row, and the same on the angles. You will work half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet in the chain space of angle stitches. With this granny square, I made our Ester baby blanket. You can see on the photo right now. It's not maybe very easy granny square to make, but anyway, the result is very beautiful and worth the effort. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments, or you can contact me also on Etsy or on my website. The links you will find on the channel. Happy making, friends, and I cannot wait to see your beautiful work. You can share it with tagging me on Instagram. I will be very happy to see how your project turned out. Thank you for watching.